Hello, everyone. What's going on? I am Tyler Clemmons. This is the Clemmontime Podcast. It's a podcast I've been seriously fascinating about for probably long. I'm a huge sports fanatic. I'm an NFL, college football, NBA fan, UFC. Mainly going to cover the NFL on this. So tonight's the week one of the football games, and we are going to have a game tonight. I'm going to pick the games today. This is going to be a short podcast. I've had a lot of setting up to do that I've super duper procrastinated about. So I'm so excited that I'm finally getting to it. So let's go out here. So week one tonight, it's going to be 8:20 kickoff. Dallas Cowboys taking on Philadelphia in Philadelphia. And the Dallas Cowboys are a 7.5 point underdog, meaning the Eagles are going to be a 7.5 point favorite. In this case, I really think that the Eagles are going to that much if they do or cover the spread, but I'm also looking for Dallas to really everybody thinks trading Micah Parsons big deal, and I don't know. I've heard things that he goes off freelancing a lot of the times, and who knows how much that is. That could just be people make because you don't hear big ESPN analysts. There's a lot of insiders. You have a lot of podcasters. A lot of them now do have their inside tracked information. So something to find. So I'm going to take Dallas at plus 7.5. Different. They've got two number one wide receivers at some point in time, as George Pickens was in Pittsburgh. He was a number one guy. A little bit of a troublemaker. Really that they do not have an issue with him, as you just got rid of Micah Parsons. So if you see me looking over, because I am and looking over to the left to make sure things are still going good, and it still looks like it is. We're going to keep this rolling, and you probably recognize the hat. I'm a Miami Dolphins fan, Miami Heat fan. So, yeah, go ahead and talk crap. I already know how this goes. I've been a Dolphins fan my whole life. I'm 30 years old. So, basically 2000 was when I got introduced to him, 99, 2000. Dan Marino's last year. So then you endure all those good things. But we're going to stay on track here. We'll have more time for that kind of stuff later. But look at my light falling off here in dramatic fashion. So maybe I can set this up here. Maybe it'll be okay. No, I look like I'm about to tell a dark secret. So give me just a moment here. I will get things situated, as I always do. All right, still looking golden. All right, I'm going to get back to this. So it's going to take this on this one. Plus, Eagles going to have hang. They were hungry to get back to it, losing a camp before, and I think that hangover is just going to be there. Cowboys D-line try to hold a little bit better with better persons. Disrespecting to play a little better as a team. So Dallas plus 7.5. Next, we're going to have Kansas City, the Los Angeles Chargers plus 3.5. Underdog for the Chargers. They're in LA. Actually, they are not. Take that back. They're in Sao Paulo, Brazil. You're going to travel over there. Not sure how long they've been over there. But Mahomes, he's the guy. 3 rings. A lot of people don't like him, so does my wife. My wife's a Cowboys fan, by the way, so I'm not going to lie. I may have picked them because it's my wife's team. Can't confirm nor deny, but that may be what happened there. Needless to say, Chiefs, -1.5. Love Mahomes. I love Herbert, though, but the problem with Herbert is that, my guy, Tua, and him came out in the same draft, and every is Herbert. 6'6", 240, cannon, make all the throws. Tua's 6'6", 210, maybe. He's up and down in the weight, so we don't really know exactly where he's at now. Just because of his, what's the word I'm looking for? Potential. I was always told potential will lose you games when I played college and high school, and that a lot of potential in the game. So I think Herbert needs to get it together. Harbaugh may do that for him, but week one, Kansas City taking it. All right, so now we're on to the Sunday slate. That other game was Friday for 8 p.m. Now we've got Tampa Bay Bucket into town for Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to take Baker Mayfield and the Bucks. Atlanta is got a young quarterback, Michael Penix. I think he's going to do good things. Being all in all, I just realized real close. I need to make me upset. I probably super close to knocking things over. Try to center things up here as well. I like I'm in a dark room because I'm in the office. Also, my cat have the door up would probably be in here as well, but you'll get to see them. There's three of them. Two of them you might hear the one in the background meowing. He's a new cat that we brought in. He's not really getting along with our others, so I'm trying to break him in. He's a young one. Going with the Bucks. To think he's going to make mistakes. He doesn't have a lot of film on him. He didn't play full play last year. Took over for Kirk Cousins, and he's still there. So don't be surprised if Atlanta gets down at some point in time this season and Kirk Cousins there to try to bring him back. But Kirk could be a trade candidate at that time. Bijan Robinson, a great running back. He's on my fantasy team. I just think this defense is experienced, and they're just going to match Atlanta really well. They're going to take them -2.5 favorites. Cincinnati at Cleveland. Battle of the Ohios. And Joe really do love Joe Burrow. Problem with him is they always start slow. This year, apparently, a lot of teams have taken into consideration we need to play preseason games. And it's important. You know, Dolphins, Tua, they did it. You're going to hear me talk about them a lot. That's my team. So if you got a problem with it, you can watch something else. But I love them. I'm very loyal, very honest about what's going on with my team as well. But going to take the +5.5. I think Cincinnati's going to win. I just think that the Browns they've got Joe Flacco. You have no idea how they're going to be. Quinshawn Judkins really kind of held out there for a little bit. I believe it. I have to check into that. This is week 1, so I'm trying to rush this out before the game starts, so my picks are eligible. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Browns take that one. I'm going to take them +5.5. I don't think they win, but I think they cover 5.5. Joe Burrow is going to struggle early, but he might. And my team, +5.5. I'm going to take them. People are sleeping on the Dolphins. They just think they're soft. Jalen Ramsey's really talked about him a lot on other podcasts. I believe that Dolphins, they have to. McDaniel's job's on the line. Not going to be surprised if they don't. I wouldn't be surprised if we go 5-12 like everyone's predicting. And I don't think that's the case. I think we've got a lot of young guys, and really make a name for themselves. So let's hope that they do. Is this Mike? It is this Mike. I hope. There's going to be some technical stuff in this, so just bear with me. I think I've got the right mic selected. I can hear myself in my ears, but that's just because I'm plugged into the mic, so it'll be interesting to find out if this is even recorded. Go ahead and move on. Dolphins +1.5. I have Daniel Jones is going to do. I think he's a decent quarterback. The Dolphins are going to bring the unexpected. Cover that one. Take next. But also slate Carolina Panthers at Jacksonville. -3.5 Jags. I'm going to take them. I'm just not sure what it's going to do. They got nice momentum there towards their season. I believe the new Panthers coach, he really earned himself a job making Baker Mayfield look so well. So Baker's made 2 guys look well. Both of these coaches jobs basically because of Baker. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to a good game. No film on this offense for Trevor. It's going to be a different mixture too. Coach is going to be able to bring team. I think he's going to scheme things up. And if you see me constantly looking down, that's because I've not figured things out down. And I'll show you this beautiful notebook that I've got. Raiders, New England Patriots. Can't stand the Patriots, by the way, because I'm a Dolphins fan. Mike Vrabel's got going to get things turned around there. I think Carroll, but I'm going to take Vegas +2 and a hand. Geno Smith, Pete Carroll, they're just meant to be. Max Crosby is a game wrecker. And I don't think not having Christian Wilkins is going to be that big of a deal for the Vegas football team because he's somebody that's not going to rehab. He was in. I know what he's capable of, and I think we should have paid him. We would have had 2 top-tier defensive tackles in Miami, Zach Sealer and Christian. Needless to say, somehow, some way, we don't get it done. Vegas +2.5. Arizona Cardinals at New Orleans Saints. I'm going to take Arizona on that. I think Kyler Harrison to be a dynamic. And if they are not, that's going to be a huge problem. There's going to be a lot of talk of whether or not Kyler Murray is the guy. And if Kyler Murray is the guy or not. Because right now, he's 5'10", in my opinion. He can't see over the line. And he's not doing Russell Wilson-like things where he's running around getting guys open. Because he's a lot faster. He's a better runner. And figure that out, I think he's going to be dynamic and he can be a good quarterback in the NFL. But right now, I think his height's hurting him. I do know that he knows what he's looking at. He's not bad, but he's not showed that number one overall pick yet. And I think this has going to take the Cardinals because the Saints, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I have no idea. Spencer Rattler, you're gonna. I understand why you can't put Tyler Shuck out there and pull him, and you just drafted him. But I'm not sure about Spencer Rattler. But hey, Kellen Moore, great player, great OC. I think he might make these guys better. I don't know if he's head coach. OC, don't know if he's head coach material. Cardinals -6.5. Pittsburgh Steelers going to New York, take on the Jets -2.5. I think A-Rod is going to get it done. I really like A-Rod. He got a little weird last few years in Green Bay, and you know what's happened in New York, all these things. You know, it's because of social. Hey, Aaron Rodgers is a great ball player. Still think he's a great person. I haven't met him. I don't know him. He has no idea. He doesn't even know I exist. But needless to say, Steelers going to take this one against the Jets because Justin Fields is going to run his ass off in New York. Watch. Run his ass off. That's all he's going to do. He's just going to run. Not a bad passer, but he has not showed it consistently in the NFL. When he has to, yes, sometimes against garbage time, which, hey, people give my guy Tua crap. Garbage time. Come on. Hey, it's the NFL. Stats are going to be stats. They all count. -2.5. Do you think Aaron Glenn's going to get the Jets turned around, though? Robert Saleh had an issue with that. You would think, look, hey, once again, great coordinator. He's back in San Francisco. Guarantee San Francisco defense is going to be a lot better. Just the one thing I would be curious of is how is going to stay together. Him and Dan Campbell in Detroit were a great. So I think there's great potential there for back on top. They're in the so you're with my guys. You got to take the freaking Bills. Got to take them out. New York Giants traveling +6.5. So I expect the Commanders to win this one. Giants that spread, so that's why I'm going 6.5. Mainly because Russell a veteran. Dayball is going to put them in good play call. Like Wilson's going to check in and out of those. Now Pittsburgh, Arthur Smith did not want Russell Wilson checking out of plays. You know, earlier in the season he was doing it, and I don't know. I'm literally, this is my first podcast, but I love football. Love football. Basketball second love though. UFC third. And these things are going to change. By the way, this recording is a rushed recording because I procrastinated so long and I wanted to make sure I got it done. But other than that, these will get better. I'm just me. I'm literally this and I'm not even going to edit anything. Everything start to finish, baby. Get this thing going. Let's get back on track here. So Giants going to cover 6.5 spread. I just think Russell Wilson's going to throw those moon balls, and Neighbors is going to haul a couple of those things. Go ahead. Down to Tennessee at Denver. This is your first game on the 4:05 slate. There's two games. My man, Cam Ward. Yeah, he was at Washington State. Yeah, he was at Incarnate World. He finished in Miami. He was the number one pick. University of Miami. They have them at -8.5 just to get dominated by Denver. I don't think that's going to happen. I also don't think that work that out. But they get better with time. So what I'm saying, that's what matters. You can see me better later. Tennessee going to cover that 8.5 spread. Sean Payton's got Denver rolling right now, though. Expect Denver to win, but blow out Tennessee like people think. Cam Ward's got something for him, but I'm afraid his offensive line is going to have him running for his life. And if that's might be a tough season for Cam Ward, but hey, he's a guy. He's going to make things happen. To Tennessee plus 8.5. San Francisco at Seattle. Not too far to travel. Sam Darnold's going to cover that plus 2.5. I'm going to take the Seahawks. San Fran, I mean, kind of down on receivers. Ayuk's out. I mean, you're going to have Pearsall. Jennings just got a contract extension. I just don't healthy CMC. He had a calf Achilles injury all last year. Fantasy people were up. People that had leagues where you could reserve, keep a play previous year if you're in the same league, and the guy in the games or 6 games. I'd be upset if I didn't. Somebody would on the bench until it was time, and that would just be so frustrating. So frustrating. Happen. Moving along, Seattle plus 2.5 takedown. Detroit at Green Bay. The only reason I pick it is because I work with a guy that is a fan. His name's Shane. Maybe one day he'll hop on this with me. I don't know. He's and when he sees this he'll know it's because I'm talking a little this. But Detroit cover that plus 2.5. I'm not sure Jordan loves it. Don't think Jordan loves the guy. Paid him after 1 year, and some people were not, but some people are okay. But give my guy. I'm sticking up for my guy, by the way. I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm sticking with anybody they got. It was tank for Tua, and now people give up on him because he doesn't have that laser arm that I want him to have. But hey, he goes. We just need to see it on tape every Sunday, Monday, Thursday, whenever the hell they play. Detroit plus 2.5. Houston at LA Rams. Minus 2.5. Stafford's the guy. Sean McVay, absolute defensively. You add Adams to the Puka Nacua offense. That's unbelievable. Devontae Adams, route runners in. Yeah, he's bounced around the last couple years. He's in his 30s, I believe. Tutu Atwell. Come on. Stafford's going to get it done if he gets. A lot of people are concerned about the back sprain. I'm concerned for me, but he's played through a lot of and if it's just a matter of tolerance, then hey, let's get after it, Stafford. Rams minus 2.5. I'm not sure about CJ Stroud. Just not. He had his down year last year. That's a sophomore. That's one of the things that you're going to hear me talk about. I believe second-year stuff means something. Teams have film on you. It is a lot harder to get away with things that you're really good at. They're going to make you do things that you have not, should not. That being said, LA Rams minus 2.5. Baltimore at Buffalo. This is the closest spread of the NFL games, and it's a good one. AFC East team in our division. Buffalo Bills. Man, I don't know. They're good. Josh Allen's a beast, but I'm a dog, and I cannot stand Josh Allen. Ravens minus 0.5. That was your Sunday night game, by the way. Minnesota Vikings going to be taking on the Chicago Bears, and you're going to get all my personality. So if you don't like it, sorry. If you know me, you'll know I don't mean anything. Minnesota Vikings at Chicago. Didn't even see him last year, so basically rookie this year. Not exactly sure how he's going to look, but people expect him to do pretty exciting. They saw in preseason. Bears, I like Caleb Williams. A lot of people hate on him. You know, they don't like the fingernails painting and stuff like that. If you can play ball, play ball. I don't care. You can do whatever. As long as you play ball, I love ball. Play ball. Bears plus 1.5. So I hope I go a lot better. I have no idea how my picks are going to come out. I mean, I've got some common sense in it. I picked these against the spread. Some pick clearly because I have somebody that likes them or somebody that loves them, and somebody that I loves their. But that being said, tonight you've got the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Eagles. I expect the Cowboys to surprise some people and them to really fall off because Micah Parsons is gone. I don't think so. I think things are going to be looking up. I think Schottenheimer is going to be a good young coach. I'm not sure the backs are going to Williams. I think he's going to be a lot better than people expect. He's going to be the main back. You got Jaden Blue when he was a little injured, but he can be a good two-back, and I believe they also got Clemson tailback, Phil Maffa. He's a big guy. I'd like to see him if he's on the active roster to get some carries. Needless to say, 8-15 almost. We're gonna get NFL football. I'm excited for this. Again, first episode. It's raw. It is really. I feel it. I'm looking at myself over here every time, and I'm just trying to figure out when my light's gonna go dead. I got to figure out a little bit better light situation. I got to figure out this stupid facial hair that I'm trying to grow, and it doesn't. So you see all these beautiful things about me. I'm human. We all are. I probably in the wrong setting. This whole change it one time. See how I'm in, and it's probably gonna sound a whole lot better because it's supposed to be into more of the top of the. Oh, that's the front, guys. Things are a whole lot better the next time we record. Just know that. Again, I am. Let me see if I change. Guys, this is super interesting. I haven't really figured out yet, but I think I just. It sounds a whole lot louder. And if this sounds better, I'm going to try to record more in this setting. I feel like this, and I have just been unmuting the mic apparently. And now that I'm pressing the right button, I still feel like this sounds like I'm talking into the right spot. But it actually was probably more on this side here, more than likely. Anyways, I've been Tyler Clemmons. This is the Clemmontime Podcast. I'm not editing a damn. So hope you guys enjoy this. And I did take my vitamins. And if you watch the Pat McAfee show, shout out. You know that. Later, y'all. I'll be back maybe Saturday or Sunday to talk a little bit of football. I'm not going to cover all of college football because that is a lot. I am for sure going to stick to the NFL teams. We're going to stay on top of those every week. Throw some college in there. And what we'll talk about. But this is the Clemmontime Podcast. I am Tyler Clemmons. Next time you see me, we're going to see how the hell I did. And at some point in time, you'll see my wife, you'll see my cats. You're going to learn a lot about me. This has been fun. This is something that I've procrastinated about a long time. Do a video kind of talking me. Guys, if you watch this, thank you so much. I hope this thing grows and allows me to leave my job. I really do. Love, peace, chicken grease.